Hey, what is going on, everybody out there? This is Jakejames Lugo. Welcome to the channel, and welcome to a brand new episode of JJ's One Man Podcast. It's been a minute since I did one of these, but I want to kind of keep things going and make sure I keep giving you guys some new content. So I was like, you know what? Let me just start up the mic and just talk about some stuff. Figured that'd be kind of fun. If you guys can, leave me a comment down below. Let me know what your guys' thoughts are. Send me suggestions too about topics you guys want me to touch on. It could be anything, gaming related or otherwise. So what I wanted to talk about today, which seems to be popping up in the news over the last, I want to say, week or so, is this thing with Cyberpunk 2077. Now, in case you guys don't know, again, there's a lot of other news stories all over the place that really summarize everything a lot better than what I am going to do right now. But basically, everybody's kind of gotten upset on social media because Cyberpunk 2077 has decided not to use the same general binary choice of character creation when it comes to choosing gender. Instead of doing something like that where you kind of go into a menu, you choose either male or female for your gender, whatever it is that you want to make as far as your character, instead you're actually going to be able to choose body parts. So technically it's like a subtle statement about gender, or subtle kind of action, and kind of like, just coming off as like, supporting any type of like, gender fluidity, as opposed to just being either male or female. You could be basically whatever you want. If you identify as homosexual, as gay, as trans, or as non-binary, or any of these other things, you'll be able to at least still create a character without getting into that type of ordeal. Again, cyberpunk, or at least the idea of cyberpunk and like this whole fantasy slash futuristic technological world that's set up within the game, and even just outside of the game and other pieces of mediums, or other pieces of media, I should say, not mediums, but media, it allows you to at least, express yourself in different ways without really getting caught up in all the politics and all the other kind of like, intricacies and really muddy conversations about this type of stuff. Now, don't get me wrong. There's nothing wrong with, gender. There's nothing wrong with identifying as one thing or the other. I think a lot of us, myself included, could really agree on that type of stuff. You express yourself the way that you want to express yourself. There's everything's that's all cool. That there's nothing wrong with that. However, what I think is a little bit more interesting is just the reaction that I got, because you would think that when CD Projekt Red, or just any game company out there, is being a little bit much more accommodating for more like the generalized group, it's not just being one way or the other, or trying to like make a subtle jab at one group or the other. You'd think that people will be a little bit more receptive to that. You'd think that people would be a little bit more cool with something like that. But unfortunately, because of the conversations going on right now, especially within the games industry, regarding political issues, regarding social justice. Look at that, you got to say that 10 times fast. Social justice issues and a lot of other things that are related to that. Everybody's so antsy about everything. The way that I feel about this is that it doesn't bother me. It just, makes me a little bit more curious as like, what kind of crazy things are you going to be able to do in Cyberpunk 2077? Like, what is CD Projekt Red going to allow you to do, besides obviously the body parts as being an obvious thing? But what other subtle things can they do with the character creation that allows you to make the character that you want, to make a unique and interesting character, maybe a representation of you, or just any sort of like idealized or fantasized type of character for this world? There's a lot of possibilities and a lot of potential and freedom of what you could possibly do. Now, granted, I haven't played the game. I know some people have seen a little bit more of the game than what I have. I only got to see it at E3 recently back in June. But from what I've seen so far, even with all this talk, I'm impressed. And I think that it's going to be really freaking cool. So what does it really kind of get to the heart of as far as the issue with this whole gender thing? Is it really just people looking for everything, just to be offended by, just to get antsy about, or to get everybody else riled up on social media like Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, etc.? That's what I really think it is. And I think that it's just a lot more people that are just quote unquote outraged about something like this, just trying to get attention from everybody else in order to feel important, as opposed to really caring about the issue. Because I think when you really slice it down and you really look at what CD Projekt Red is doing, they're not doing anything bad. They're not doing anything like as far as like a political statement. They're not doing anything as far as, trying to offend one group or the other. And I think that's crazy, man. So, just everybody seems like everybody's looking for every little thing just to take a jab, or just to get like nitpicky at somebody, especially a company like CD Projekt Red, which people love. People love the Witcher games. By the way, really excited about the Witcher 3 coming to Nintendo Switch. I'm hoping I'll be able to review it at some point. But my point is, everybody loves CD Projekt Red. I don't think everybody needs to kind of get all up in arms and ready to kind of go to battle against them, for something like this. Like I said, I feel like granted, it's a little subtle commentary about gender, but it also fits well within the cyberpunk world, or, the world that Cyberpunk 2077 does with that type of world. So that's just my opinion on the matter. I feel like, I just, could speak on it just a little bit because I don't see it as like a huge, crazy issue. There's a lot more other bigger issues that, the games industry and just society in general could be focusing on, as opposed to just, the options that you get for character creation in Cyberpunk 2077. People could be a little bit more outraged about other important things than something like this, but just wanted to throw my 2 cents into the mix. Hopefully you guys appreciated that. But like I mentioned earlier, let me know what you guys think about all this in the comment section down below. Do you agree with me? Do you disagree? Do you feel like CD Projekt Red's doing something or not doing something? Put it all in the comment section down below. And of course, as always, don't forget to leave a like on this video. Obviously, like I said, leave a comment, subscribe to the YouTube channel, and don't forget, guys, you guys could check out my open Discord server that I have open to everybody out there. If you're into gaming, if you want to connect to other cool people, if you want to connect to other people that are caring about issues like this type of stuff or any discussion that we have on the show, definitely check out the links down below in the description box. You could join the server directly from there. Everybody's welcomed. Again, whether you're into gaming or not, or just want to connect with other cool people, you're welcome to come hang out. There's a lot of great people in there already, but we're always looking for more cool people to join up. And of course, also, I do have to mention I'm on Patreon. Make sure you guys check out the link to my Patreon page in the description box. There's a lot of exclusive content, a lot of other great stuff. I'm thinking about maybe recording another JJ's one-man podcast exclusively just for the Patreon. I haven't decided what I'm going to talk about yet, but you might be seeing that pop up very soon. But anyway, thank you so much for listening to this, guys. I will talk to all of you guys again very soon. Peace out and stay epic, everybody.